This is day, I'm not sure, of trying to become an international rap icon. Today we did not get to make a lot of progress. Actually, no, that's not true. We didn't do a lot, but we figured a lot out. It's content week. And so for content week, I'm been trying to figure out what the plan is for content going forward and like what's that really going to look like. And I think I've really been able to nail it today. So going forward, as far as content weeks are concerned, I don't really know what I'm going to plan my scheduled releases. Fuck, that made no sense. I don't know how I'm going to, I don't know what my schedule is going to be for releasing content, but I do know the different types of pages I'm going to have. I've decided that I think it's important to separate a personal brand from a music brand. One, because those are two different things. And two, because the algorithm is going to give both of those things more visibility that way. Now, technically speaking, the goal is to drive content that is built from the personal brand to the music brand, but it's important to put as many eyes on what we're trying to do here as possible. So there's that. As far as channels that we've decided on a channel for, as far as just like a short form content platform like TikTok or Instagram. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do on like a Twitter or YouTube yet, even though that's not as important, or even a YouTube Shorts for that matter. But I've decided that for short form content like Instagram, TikTok, we have one channel that's dedicated to the personal brand. We only need one channel that's dedicated to it. So that's like jokes, van, outfit, anything that's like related to me personally, that's on that channel. Music wise, we're going to have 3 separate channels. One that's going to be kind of like a meta, which is going to be regurgitating the content that is best suited to fit the algorithm at any given point, which also might require us to create any number of channels at any given point in time. Then it's going to be the main music account, which is going to be marketing the music that we have in a way that feels really serious and mature, and it's going to drive engagement. And then we have one that's going to be the AMVs, where they're only playing my music in the background. So I think that we have a good content strategy going out right now. So even when I don't have music to post for a content week, I still have things that I could be making like for the personal brand, which is stuff that I've been really interested in, been wanting to do for a while now, which is great. So that's good. And also, I know I haven't been posting as many vlogs lately. And that's not to say that it's like other times where I'm not working on music at all. Like, I'll say that I haven't been working on music and stuff as much as consistently as I have, because it's just, I'm still trying to get back on the wagon. But I am moving. And the ball is rolling again. So yeah. Sorry about that. I keep telling, it's like I kind of get stuck in this cycle where it's like, oh, on the day I don't want to make nothing for the vlog, even though that's literally the point of the vlog, even though on the days I'm making nothing, I want to make a video that says I did nothing today. This is me holding myself accountable. But I just never end up doing that, but I got to start doing that. But then on the days it's like I am making stuff, and it's like 12, 1 o'clock, then I'm like, oh, I did stuff today. I don't really feel compelled to make the vlog, which is why some days we'll end up covering 2 days, which is fine to me, but it's still something I need to be more consistent on, and the vlogs need to be coming out every day. Also, something else that I did in reference to music, I was with Chris. Chris asked me if I could help him work on writing some music, and I did. And I was with him and another buddy of his, and it was a decent time. When something that I was asking Chris to listen to some of my, and granted, also, that's also why I didn't get a chance to work on my music very long today, because I was helping Chris write a song, and that took like 2 hours. But I thought about it, and something I realized is that, well, Chris said something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I don't know how it makes me feel because I'm not 100% sure, and I don't know if I've spoken to the blog about this. I think I probably have. He was like, "This is like we played Hans Niemann, and he was like, "This is a sound from you I'm not used to." And it was just an observation about how it was different because I've never played Chris any of my first album stuff, to be honest. I hadn't. So I don't really know how he feels about the rap stuff. But the vibe that I'm kind of getting from the rap stuff, and this is something that I feel like I knew going in, right? Like, let me be clear. When I'm feeling really insecure about my music, which has been happening a lot lately because Hans Niemann doesn't sound good, and while I am learning to appreciate Fiends, Queens, Mobsters a lot, Fiends, Queens, Mobsters for a while did not sound good, and to a certain extent still doesn't sound good. It makes me feel like I can't really make hip-hop music anymore. Like, I had this idea, oh, I'm going to have a content week, I'm going to have a rap week, because rapping is something that comes easy to me. And it's something that I can kind of quickly release all of the time. And I feel like I've lost that skill, or I feel like nothing I make is good anymore, and it kind of sucks. And I know on one of the, I think it was the last blog, we said, fuck it, I don't care. I'm just going to release 100 songs, and if there's no market for the music I make, then we'll stop making music. But and I'm still going to do that, but something like is kind of occurring to me is that, like, I think I have a really good ear. But I think that ear translates so much better if I'm working on genres that aren't, like, directly correlated with just being beats to bars. Prime example. Well, and honestly, I don't even know if that translates really well if you think about it. Like, technically it doesn't, and here's why. Things You Say is not beats to bars, but it kind of is. Like, it's a very rap-heavy track. Like, you can't rap on that the way that I rap on that, like, if you don't have, I'm not gonna say if you don't have talent, but, like, it's, like, on a writing scale, R&B being the easiest. No, on a writing scale of, like, pop being the easiest, in the sense that there's just less to write, and hip-hop being the hardest because it requires you to write the most. Things You Say is still probably, like, on a difficulty scale, not even just factoring in quantity, I'd say Things You Say is probably like a 5. Maybe even a 4. Because I had honestly, maybe even a 4, because I had wrote the hook for Things You Say really early on. Even before I started working on the song, I had, like, kind of mapped out the hook. I just needed the lyrics. But, where was I going with this point? Some days I feel like my efforts and time would be much better suited if I was making singing music. Because the reception that I'm getting from friends and family is that that's what has the most staying power. And I think the Things You Say just so happens to also be a rapidy rap track. But the Things You Say is also really well written. Another prime example is this Scarlett's Letter. I think Scarlett's Letter is really good. It might not be the best performance-wise because there's a bunch of issues with it performance-wise, but, like, it is still a really well-written track that I think is exceptionally beautiful. And it kind of also sucks because I've lost my voice a lot. And so I don't even, like, even if I do work on that kind of music again, like, it would take forever for me to make it because it would require so much engineering and fixing because I don't really have a strong voice anymore. Not to say I have no voice at all, but the whole idea was that if I'm losing my voice, I can work on rap music and that would be fine. But now it's feeling like the rap music I'm making is just not nearly as compelling. But I don't know, like, because Fiends, Queens, Mobsters feels pretty compelling to me. Fiends, Queens, Mobsters feels pretty compelling to me. I'm not going to lie to you. But we'll see. Going into tomorrow, that's just a little rant about that. Going into tomorrow, I'm going to finish creating all of the accounts, at least for TikTok. And then I'm going to delete my Instagram. Maybe I'll keep it. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll delete it. We'll see. And I'm going to create the rest of the Instagram accounts. And finally tomorrow, after we've created all of the accounts, I'm going to pick up Lightroom to see if I need it. I found a setting on the camera that allows me to export to JPEG. And so if the quality of those JPEG shots is good enough, then we're going to use those. But if not, we're just going to stick with fucking learning Lightroom and exporting JPEGs from there. But hopefully we don't have to do that, and the JPEGs that are coming from the camera are fine, because that would be so much easier and a lot less to do. But we'll see. But this has been International Rap Icon, day whatever. I will see you guys tomorrow.